Alright, good morning YouTube, it's Max. Today we're going to play some Satisfactory. This is a game that I've been playing a lot recently. It's pretty fun. I'm really bad at doing like these playthroughs while I'm recording, but bear with me. So essentially I've only been really playing this game for maybe like 30 hours. I have about 16 hours on my personal game, and then I've got about probably a combined 14 hours playing with friends. And so far, I've been really interested, I have been interested. I've been enjoying it a lot recently. And I guess this is just going to be a video about, touring my factory, my personal factory. And it's this game where you kind of need to it's a resource collection management game where you originally go mine stuff. So you're plopped in this world with nothing. As you can see, I've got this big factory behind me. It's not the most organized thing, but you pretty much get plopped into this world, and you have to start collecting resources. So you start with like nothing, and you come over to these little mine things. It takes me a while to run. I don't know if there's a better way to run. I don't really have a whole lot unlocked, but yeah. So there's like these little like iron ore kind of places where you kind of like have to just get your chisel and start mining it manually. And as you mine your iron ore, you have to craft it into like iron ingots, and pretty soon you'll get these automated mining things, and you'll get these like smelting things to automatically smelt the ingots or the ore into ingots. And it's just this progression of resources needing to get crafted into better things. And there's a lot of, it's not just like it ends at ingots or it ends at the next thing after ingots. There's like a lot of things down the line, and then a lot more resources. So it starts to progress exponentially. And as you kind of, build these machines, you have to kind of hook them up to these, or over here, you've got this, this cable, this power cable. So you have to like kind of build and generate your own energy to sustain all this stuff as well. So it becomes this challenge of you need more ingredients, or you need more components in order to make more stuff to make the game more efficient. But at the same time, you also need to worry about this power supply and how you're going to generate that. So originally you start collecting like grass that's on the ground like this, like leaves and wood, and then you kind of put it into like this biomass kind of generator, so it grinds up the leaves to make energy. And then you start developing new recipes for like biomass fuel, which is pretty much just like you have to craft the leaves into biomass, and then there's like solid biomass, so you craft the leaves into biomass, and then craft the biomass into solid biomass. So you make all these like things just to do that, and then you eventually get coal, etc., etc. But I'll take you up into my factory. This is just kind of like an alternate route. You can kind of see my factory off in the distance there. Oh, and another thing is you can see in the top right, there's all these like resources, so with numbers, and that's pretty much like this quest system that they have, where you have to collect certain amounts of resources and donate them to the man, which I guess you're this like kind of pioneer on an alien planet, so you're sending ingredients back home to I guess the people. And so that mine we were in, you can see these conveyor belts. They've taken it to my like I guess hub in my base. So I got four um, conveyor belts just mining this oil. I mean, not oil, this iron. And I've got them kind of going into these checkpoints I have. So like these storage containers, if something happens, I can kind of check to see how efficiently they're running. So by going into the storage container, it will kind of act as a buffer to stockpile extra iron ore if like the system shuts down for some reason. Like if I start not having enough power to supply it, some of this iron will do that. Or I can tell if like my machines aren't processing the stuff enough, it will start stockpiling. So that's just kind of like, I don't know, I enjoy having these like checkpoints throughout my system. As you can see, like some people probably have a more organized setup, and you'll see like going through, it will start to turn more and more into spaghetti. But you can see as I have these two kind of storage containers. So it started as four, well, it started as 3 mines, and then I split it into 4 conveyor belts to transport it back. These two are getting split again into 6, so 6 are being smelted at a time. And then as these 6 are being smelted, you can see it kind of comes into this system where it splits it again into 18, I believe, 6 by 3 storage containers. So you've got, see, the two storage into 6 smelters gets split again into these 18 storage containers. So you can see like a lot of stuff is getting processed, and then it comes into this. So I have 2 sets of 18 storage containers that pretty much, if anything were to happen, I don't know why, it's probably like not necessary, I just like that system, I don't know. So then after it goes into these 18 containers, it comes down again. You can see this one's kind of getting backed up a bit, but they come down and get merged this time. So they were split, now they're getting merged into all these other little construction kind of things. So this one will make them into iron bars. So the iron ingot gets turned into iron bars. Some of these might turn it into something else. This one is metal or iron plates. So they'll get processed into these kinds of things. Sometimes they'll have to get processed again. So these go from the iron bars to the screws, and then I have more storage units because I like storage units. And then you can kind of see these screws are getting, oh, I guess they're not even getting backed up. So you'll see they'll go from, I guess they go from storage containers to more storage containers. I don't know why, but I guess that's just what my brain was thinking when I did this. So there's another storage container. So this is a lot of screws are stockpiled in here. And you can see it goes into another kind of constructor thing. So that's actually called a constructor, and this goes to an assembler. So you can see the metal plates. I should probably make another. This might be backed up because the metal plates and the iron rods are not being made as fast as these screws, I guess. But you can see they kind of come into this final stage of an assembler. And the assembler will turn them into either these bolted iron plates or rotors. And so these are kind of like, if the iron ingots are like tier 1, and then you get the metal bars and the metal plates are like tier 2, screws could be tier 3, these could be like tier 4. And so you'll see like on this thing, I've got this sheet, or what is it? It's right here. I can't really point to it, but the one there's 277 out of 500. That's a combination of these plates and these rotors, so I still need a lot of those. And as you've probably noticed, the number's been going up, which means I've been making them. That's because I have a similar factory on the other side of this map over here, so you can see all these little storage. This is like my hub for like storage stuff, so some of the stuff is kind of organized, some of it isn't. But that other I guess this is where we were at the beginning, where it's split up into those 2 storage, and then these 2 are going out and doing the same kind of thing, but on this other side. So you can see it's a little bit different of a setup because I've got other things being made over here with half of it, and then this one is making another complicated, storage system. There is an 18 storage instead of its 12, but it's probably not being as efficient as possible because not all this stuff, these conveyors are even being used, but it is what it is. And it's coming over here, making the stuff, going back into more storage units. You can see there's a backup over here of all these iron bars getting processed. So you can continuously work on the efficiency of your map, which is pretty cool, of your little factory. As you can see, I got a long way to go from being like completely efficient, but you kind of want to just at least like make it first, before you get like too bogged down about it being like as optimal as possible. And this is my first like solo map, so you can see there's a lot of inefficiencies, like why there's so many over here as opposed to over there. Not really sure, but eventually these reinforced iron plates and the rotors will get processed and brought up to the next level of the factory. So I'll take you up there, and you can kind of see that, like, you kind of get lost in your own factory, but it's kind of like satisfying. That's why it's called Satisfactory, I guess. Just kind of the efficiency over time, just seeing your factory progress. So I got a lot of empty space up here, but this is kind of where those plates and those rotors are coming up. So they're getting processed again into this assembler and creating these kinds of smart plates, which is why there's 282 now. And these smart plates are getting transported all the way up to that big tower, which is, I guess, kind of like the quest givers. They kind of, you know, run the stuff. It's kind of like one of those, like you know, Avatar, not the Last Airbender, but the one that was like super popular in 2000, like 9 or something, where it was like all these like humans coming to this alien planet and, like, you know, mining them of their resources. That's kind of like what this is, but yeah, I don't know. I guess that's like the vibe, and it's you know, not the best moral, but it's like fun. It's just a video game, so, you know, it's what it is. This is my sulfur kind of thing, so I'm getting black powder from this. Once you start unlocking coal, you can use it for either making steel, or, you know, this black powder stuff, or you can use it for energy. I have 2 coal plants currently, so I've got all this coal coming from a long ways, and you can kind of see it's going down here. This is just another wing of the factory, but there's these like coal generators over yonder, and you can see the water kind of things coming from the ground. They kind of, you know, what's the term for it? The extractors, yeah, the water extractors. So you get the water out of the pond, and it goes into the coal to help process energy. And then I guess one of the things that I've kind of like been doing in my map that I don't know if we really did this as much in the when I was playing with friends, but I've pretty much been building these like sky bridge highway systems. So you can kind of see over here. Don't want to fall. You can kind of see in the distance these like sky bridge highway systems that I have kind of like circling, and there's like staircases over on the other side. So I think in the other maps we've been kind of playing on the ground level, and I've kind of enjoyed this like sky system. It really helps with transporting things kind of more efficiently. You can make these like straight lines, and I'm sure that like there's people who like have made like better systems than this, but you know, I'm still learning the game. I just unlocked this the sulfur and this caterium, and I found the quartz. You can kind of see that bridge way off in the distance. That's kind of going up over that mountain. That's where the quartz is. I don't know if you could have seen that. It's kind of far away, but I think quartz is the next thing I need to unlock. But there's like these big monsters, so I just got this sword actually that will help me take care of those. You can kind of see that like staircase going up and over the mountain over there. But yeah, that's kind of this is kind of my factory. I'll probably just show you, like, I guess what kind of tech I've unlocked so far, and then you know, call it. But so you get these, like, on top of like donating stuff to the man with these objectives in the top right corner. Well, actually, there's a couple. So there's the main objective, which is the top one, and then there's these like milestones. I'll go over those before I leave this as well. But there's this other one. So there's like 3 kind of places where you donate resources. These are hard drives. So throughout the map, you'll find these like crashed ships, and you'll need to you know, extract the hard drive from these crashed ships. And then you've got these alien kind of organisms. So this starts as like you have to kill like aliens on the planet and donate some of their, I guess, their remains, if you would say, for I guess, research purposes. So I think I have some of these things I could probably, like this one right here. You can kind of, oh, I don't have enough. I'll just get enough copper real quick. So you kind of collect these resources in your inventory, come to the man, and you can start the research. And after 5 minutes, it will unlock something new. So I'll just get extra inventory space. But there's all these, like, you can get this parachute. There was I think this rebar gun, and oh, I should have gotten this one. These spike rebarbs, I think these is like ammo for your gun. So I kind of need that to help take care of some of the higher level monsters. But yeah, just all these little resource stuff for like extra tools. And then that big tower, like I was saying, is like the big tower where you donate all the stuff to the man. And then this is the first building you get, called the hub. And I'm not really that far into it. I think I'm on like tier 4, yeah. So I still got a ways to go. But you know, currently doing this advanced steel production. I think I have all that stuff actually, except for maybe the rotors. I think those are being processed, but yeah, it's a good time. Oh, and this is just another assembler for something else. But yeah, this is a game made by Coffee Stain Studios. I think it's a small company of like 33 people. They made other games like Valheim, I think, and like Goat Simulator. So you know, it'd be cool to like. I like, you know, playing these like kind of indie games by smaller companies, just kind of like, you know, supporting them, and they always make like great stuff. If you're interested in games like this, I recommend it. It's a lot of fun. I've been playing a lot recently, and yeah, hope you have a good rest of your day, and